Trisha, I think you might be the only person in the world that does this. I'm going to ask our listeners in just a second if any of them do something that you do that I find incredibly, incredibly weird. But first, a big weekend for Longhorn sports. The women, they beat Nebraska in the College Softball World Series. The rowing team, the women's rowing team won a national championship for the fourth time in 6 years. And the men won the regional. And so they advanced. They're just 2 out of 3 games away from going to Omaha for the College World Series. Here's the final call yesterday as the Horns took on University of California, Santa Barbara.
Kelly steps back in the box. Harrison, the stretch. Luke with the 0-1. Swung on and a fly ball hits a left. Backpedaling and shallow left. Rodriguez settles under, makes the catch. A high wire act. But the Longhorns escape it. A bases-loaded situation in the bottom of the ninth. And the Texas Longhorns have won the regional championship. Final score, Texas 6 and UC Santa Barbara 4.
I listened to the whole ball game yesterday.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw that it was bottom of the ninth and ran and turned on the radio to hear it at the end. Like, that was an intense moment.
It was. I love baseball, softball on the radio. It's great. So Longhorns advance. They play Oregon this weekend. Best 2 out of 3 advances to the College World Series. Now, moving on to something Trisha does. And you guys, please call us if you do this, because I think Trisha's crazy.
I'm not.
Number's 844-390-KVET. This is just a perfect example. Our daughter's birthday was over the weekend. She turned 17 years old. There's leftover birthday cake, as there normally always is for a birthday party. For some reason, I have no idea why, Trisha stores all baked goods, any type of baked good, gets stored inside the microwave. That's its storage spot. And it blows my mind. Why?
It's not all baked goods.
Yes, it is.
You don't like things on the counter.
I do not like things on the counter, but let me tell you. Tell me this, JB.
My gosh.
Can bugs get to something in the microwave? No flies, no ants. You can't if you leave stuff out on the counter.
No, I'm agitated because I do all the cooking in our house, and my wife doesn't like things on the counter.
Yeah.
So, like, the air fryer is stored away somewhere.
And
Well,
never
I don't
gets
do
used.
that.
Because
This is just for food.
She decides where to arrange things in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had a nice pot with all your spatulas and wood spoons and everything. She stuffed them all into a drawer somewhere. I'm like, because she doesn't like things out.
This is specifically regarding leftover food, though, for me.
I'm just dying to know. Is Trisha the only one that stores leftover food inside the microwave?
I also think that inside the microwave is airtight, so it's not going to get dried out.
So
now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I've done this since I was a small Trisha. But that's where we put it for safekeeping, and then you just go in there. You don't have to. It's just what I've done. I've always done that.
See, I would be like out of sight, out of mind. Oh, I forgot I had
sometimes
cake.
it is a surprise.
Wake up, Boston, with JB and Sandy on 98.1 KVET.
98.1 KVET, your all-time country favorites.
Hook 'em horns! Hook 'em horns! Hook 'em horns!
What a big weekend for Longhorn sports. Absolutely huge. Let's start out with the national championship.
That's in rowing.
Yeah.
Women's rowing.
That's cool.
Beating out Stanford.
Nice. And I read the 4th time in 6 years that the women's rowing team has won a national championship.
Thank you. Lady Bird Lake is a great training. So you stand-up paddlers, get out of their way. They're national champions.
Also, Longhorn softball in a great game yesterday. What's kind of funny about the game is I was watching the whole thing, and then Trish and I were watching, I kind of got distracted, and they were down like 1-0, and then I look up and they're all celebrating, and I'm like, what happened?
It was like 2 minutes, it seemed like.
Katie Stewart hit a home run and put the Longhorns ahead. They beat Nebraska, so they advance in the women's softball College World Series. And just to make things even more exciting, Longhorn baseball, they won.
Down to the wire, bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, in fact, we've got the final call from Craig Way yesterday. Here you go.
Kelly steps back in the box. Harrison, the stretch. Luke with the 0-1. Swung on and a fly ball hits a left. Backpedaling and shallow left. Rodriguez settles under, makes the catch. A high wire act. But the Longhorns escape it. A bases-loaded situation in the bottom of the ninth. And the Texas Longhorns have won the regional championship. Final score, Texas 6 and UC Santa Barbara 4.
What does that mean? That means that beginning Friday, they take on Oregon at best 2 out of 3 series. Whoever wins 2 games first advances to the College World Series in Omaha. So, and that's being played at the Dish, by the way. So that's great for the Longhorns.
Yeah, they've had a nice home advantage so far.
Absolutely.
As of late.
Yeah, so great time to be a Longhorn fan, and the football team's got to be sitting around going, we better be pretty good this year, right?
Connect with the show on Facebook at 98.1 KVET. JB and Sandy on 98.1 KVET.
98.1 KVET, your all-time country favorites with JB and Sandy.
And now, JB and Sandy's Story We Love.
A true Austin icon and a Sixth Street legend has died. Jerry Van King, a lot of people knew him as King of Sixth Street. He died at the age of 72. He was downtown Austin at the corner of 6th Street for years, entertaining people, playing music.
Yeah, he was a fixture, and they would call him the King of 6th Street. He'd stand there and slap on his bass and sing along, too, and then he would wear a crown and those big sunglasses.
Yeah, he was in front of, do you remember Jazz? The
Oh, I
Louisiana
do,
Jazz,
yeah.
Jazz,
Yeah.
the Louisiana Kitchen on 6th Street is where he would camp out, and he'd just sit there and jam all night long.
I think he got it was a big story back in the day. This was, the heyday of keeping Austin weird because he got ticketed for sound ordinance.
And he fought it like
he went to City Hall and fought it.
Yeah. He passed away. He was 72.
72.
Did it say what from? He just passed
No,
away?
doesn't say what from.
He was just up the street from the airbrush painter guy. Remember him?
Oh, that did the moon things.
Yeah.
And right down the street from the guy in the wheelchair selling roses.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
him, yeah.
I forgot about
Do you
that
remember
guy.
that?
Yes.
There were certain regulars on, and then of course the granddaddy of them all was Leslie
Yeah.
in his thong.
Trying to think if there were any other Austin performers from back in the day. If you remember one that we didn't mention, you can call us 844-390-KVET, 844-390-KVET. We'll rip to the king, right?
Right.
Rip to the king. 98.1 KVET, your all-time country favorites with JB and Sandy. JB's sister Chris is hysterical. She was in a wedding over the weekend, and she was a bridesmaid at 60 years old. Let's get some follow-up. Chris, how did it go?
It was a interesting day, to say the least. She was almost late to her own wedding because she got behind a combine on a county road trying to get there. So me and the girls we got there early thinking we didn't want to be late. So I'm 3 White Claws in before the ceremony even starts.
Because you were
And,
pre-gaming is what you told us you were going to do.
I was it was a good thing I brought an ice chest.
Of course.
Absolutely a good thing. We had some time to kill. But, yes, my heels were sinking, which I managed to make it through that. By the time we got to the hall, I wasn't there maybe 10 minutes, and I had shucked those shoes off real quick. I'm not going to wear those anymore. And the Spanx were spanking, and everything was so tight. I thought about taking those off at one point, but no, I'm just going to bust
You
the
got to
seam on
keep
this
that
dress.
gathered up, huh?
Yeah, I got to keep that gathered up. We go to eat the meal, and Tim goes, "Aren't you going to eat?" And I said, "Dude, I'm like 6 or 7 White Claws in, but I'm not throwing water on a $40 fire. I'm like, I'm good. If I eat now, I'm going to be ready to go to bed." So I said, "Y'all go ahead and get in line. I'm just going to stay here." I said, "It'll all be good." And about, I don't know, we get the meal done, the beginning, the grand march done. I was so out of breath by the time that was over. I forgot how out of shape I was. and then her daughter comes up to me and she's like, come on. All us girls are going to do a shot. And I'm like, oh, great, She drags us back into the kitchen, and I'm thinking a little shot glass. Right? She busts out these red solo cups.
Oh, boy.
This is the heaviest pouring shot I've seen in a hot minute. It's Patron.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, how did that go?
Felt like a turd in a punch bowl. It was really not good. Not good. But the highlight of the whole night was, when you're all rolled up in a spank. Trish, I don't know if you've ever worn, but
I know.
It's all you can do to go to the bathroom.
Oh, it's a struggle.
It's a workout to get it all back up.
Sweating.
So I go to the bathroom, and I finally get on myself all girded up, and I'm washing my hands. I'm in there by myself. I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a look in the mirror just real quick, because I have had a wedding where I dragged toilet paper all the way across the dance floor before I got back to it. And the whole back of my dress is tucked into my spine.
Oh, God. Disaster averted.
And I was like, had I not looked back,
Right.
our table was almost all the way up to the middle on the other side of the room.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Chris.
Needless to say, I didn't get dressed yesterday till 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Chris. You're awesome.
Uh-huh.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
You do. Bye.
98.1 KVET's your all-time country favorites. It's the JB and Sandy Show. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hope you guys had a good weekend. My name's Sandy. This is JB.
Hello.
Trish is here, too.
Good morning.
Don't forget, you can grab the podcast version of the show every day. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app. JB, you watched that new show called Marshall?
Yeah, everybody, my wife and I are a lot like everyone. We got hooked on Yellowstone, and then we watched every spinoff they've had.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
a lot.
1883,
23, whatever it was.
Love them all. Love them all. And then we watched Friday's Dutton Ranch. It's picking up some momentum.
Okay.
But then we were like, well, we haven't watched the show Marshals, which is the Casey Dutton spinoff.
Right, where he's a U.S. Marshal.
A
right?
U.S. Marshal. And then he has an interesting military background. And he's a very likable character. It was just very interesting. I liked it and didn't like it. You've watched one?
I've watched one episode and I gave up on it.
Okay, we watched one. Here's what's interesting, and I'll watch more and report back, but it feels very much like they went and copied verbatim how to shoot an episode of Law and Order.
Oh.
Now you're talking Trish's language.
Right?
I perked up a little bit.
Right, and that's one of my wife's favorite shows. So it isn't as much about Casey Dutton. His wife passed from something, I don't remember what it was, and then raising their son. But it's when you watch it, if you're a fan of Law and Order, you're going to go, oh my gosh, he's right. They shoot it the same way. You know how they're always in Law and Order, they always huddle and have a debriefing in the middle of the office. No one's at a desk or at a conference room, and then they have the camera spin around them, shooting over their shoulders. They took the playbook 1,000%.
Why not? It worked.
Right?
Right? There's like 75 seasons of Law and Order, right?
I feel like they had to do that to somehow make Casey Dutton a little bit more interesting.
He
He
is
was
a
the
little-
most boring
he's a little
character on
dull.
Yellowstone, right?
True.
Yeah, that's true. Again, it's called Marshals.
So if you like cop shows and things like that, that's what you're going to get. It's going to be more about all the marshals as a team.
Okay. All right. Check it out. That's on Paramount and CBS, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll put you on the spot. Y'all know how to find those shows. You're good. 98.1 KBET, your all-time country favorites. Hello, it's JB and Sandy along with Trisha. We wrap up every show with some of the things we learned. For those of you that may have missed out or you're just joining us, get here a little bit earlier tomorrow or stream the podcast version of the show. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app. What you got, Trish?
One of the things we learned today is Homer is our latest winner for our Minute to Win It game. He answered 10 ridiculously simple questions in 60 seconds and got himself a pair of Randy Rogers tickets.
And we'll do it again tomorrow at 7:05.
Another thing we learned is a good time to be a Longhorn sports fan.
What a weekend.
Yeah. My gosh. Rowing, softball, baseball. Also a Texas fan. We talked about the Spurs winning.
Yeah, they're in the finals.
Advancing to the finals. Awesome. And the funniest thing that we learned today was we talked to JB's sister, Chris. She gave us an update about being a 60-year-old bridesmaid at a wedding this past weekend.
If you want to, if you should listen to the podcast if you missed her, because you'll learn about 4 or 5 funny phrases that you'll use later in life.
She can turn a phrase like nobody.
Oh, she can. Good stuff. Thanks for being with us today. Have a great rest of the day. We're going to make our way out of here and leave you with a little bit of Hank Williams Jr. I haven't heard this in a while. I love it. It's 98.1 KBET.